Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Path of Titans video, where today we will be looking at the brand new Lambeosaurus. And I say brand new, but this thing's been in the game for a good while now. But much like Cerato, Latin, Suco, a few others I forget, we've now got a brand new overhaul. Not like a little touch-up like Deinonychus and I guess Allos was kind of in between. It wasn't entirely new like Suco, but it was definitely a touch-up. But it's more in the line of Suco's new rework, where brand new model, brand new look to the dino, and I have to say, probably the best they've done so far. I mean, already it looks way better than the original, which wasn't awful, but I actually quite liked the, I think it was the plus 20 stamina regen build, the one with the Elvis crest. And the swim speed one, I think it was, which, you know, everyone used. And this is actually the default Lamb now. So the original, the really nubby one, that's now gone. That's been wiped from the face of the earth. This is the 20% faster cooldowns. I think the devs knew that everyone preferred this model. And I have to say, I think it's probably more accurate as well to look at its other builds. So here you've got I'm not even going to bother. We've got Lambe, or Lambe, I'm going to call it Lambe because it feels better to say, which is the plus 10 swim speed. Unfortunately, I think this is actually my favourite one. I don't know, I just kind of like the shape of its head. And then you've got, oh, wait, no, oh no, I just realised the Elvis one is the one that was removed. Oh, that's the, oh no. Oh, I love the Elvis one. Oh, well, that's sad to find out. And then you got this one, which is a plus 10 stamina recovery. Oh man, that really sucks. Okay, well, I was wrong. I guess the nubby one is still here. We've lost my favourite one, but that's fine. I think everyone's going to use this one. It's just the better one, 20% faster cooldowns. I'd much rather have that over stamina recovery and swim speed. Though I can still see people going for stamina recovery. No one's going to use swim speed. Nobody looks at a dino that can't swim or can't dive and says, you know what would be better if I could swim more, if I could put myself closer to the jaws of Suchomimus, Spinosaurus, Concavinator, Sarcosuchus, Megalania, and then if you're on modern servers, you got Mosasaurus, Sachi, Dunkleosteus. There's so much. You don't want to swim with this guy. Don't go for a swim speed build. I mean, if you do, link me. I'd like to see it. As for skins, there we go. Okay, it's changing. Oh my god. Okay, well, that was a weird bug. Cool. I guess we'll be doing this here now. We got jungle. How did I not realize? I think I was stuck just going through this. That is a weird bug. Alright. Okay. Take 2. Picture. Nice stripes. Reminds me of an apple. A driplin, if you would. Blue crest. Ooh. I do like... Ooh, that one's quite nice. I like that. We've got swamp. Ooh, looking very nice. I like that. Ooh, I'm a big fan of the teardrop pattern. I've always been a big fan of those types of patterns. Whenever I would draw dinosaurs, they would always have it. Blue tone. I remember a lot of lambs using this one. And if it would stop being misty, I'd love that. We've got Koi, which was my personal favourite, and I'm sure is the favourite to a lot of other people. I used to play lamb a decent amount back in the Pandura days before Gondwa and everything was added. And this was always the skin I would go for. I wonder if I can dig up some old screenshots of using Ansel. But this is definitely the one I'm going to be going for. Would you be quiet? We got the backer skin. Backer skins are always kind of boring, especially on the old dinos where they're just... I mean, nowadays the backer skin seems to be going for more like a skull-looking thing, especially with a killer beta and Pycno. I know Hats has a very skull-looking face, but this one's just kind of boring. I don't think anyone's going to use backer skin, unless you're growing for a while, in which case you might want to be looking slightly different, but who cares? We've got slanted, very blue. I like that. If you wanted to live primarily in the dark or at night time, if you were trying to ambush something with lamb for whatever reason, I can feel you'd probably want to go for this. We've got barred, pretty nice. doesn't look very interesting. And then you've got albino and melanistic, which, you know, I'm not really going to look into because they're just going to be white and black. There's not too much difference you can go for them. However, if you don't mind, I'm going to go for my regular lambskin if I can manage to create it. So give me 1 second. Wait, what? Okay, I guess I'm not looking at the new skin. So anyway, we've got the trot, which looks very nice. We've got the walk. You've already seen it, but we've got the stance change, which is a big game changer. I really like it. Unfortunately, there's no new like animations for its calls or whatever. I was kind of hoping maybe we do something a bit interesting with the stance change with the roars, but like most stance changes, we just kind of get locked into the position, and there's not much we can do. But that, you know, doesn't really bother me too much. Got the sprint. We still go on our back legs, which I really like. There's not really much to say about this new guy. That is to say, until we get to its brand new abilities. We have Lone Survivor, which, you know, I'm pretty sure we've had for quite a while now, so nothing new there. And we've got the brand new ability, Musician. 20% faster vocal abilities cooldown, which I would assume stacks with the base one, which is 20% faster cooldown. So you could have 40% faster cooldowns. For hide, we've got a few new ones. We've got Streamline, increased swim speed, and swim turning speed by 10%. Can we have dive for lamb? I don't care if it's not realistic. I don't know, I think it'd be cool, you know? I mean, I really wanted that for my Saurolophus idea. You know, I don't think we're going to be getting Saurolophus as a playable creature. I'd love it if it was, but I mean, why not give lamb dive? I know it's unrealistic, but I think it would be cute. I'd love to see it. And besides, duck is the only herbivore that can properly swim, so I think it'd be nice if it could dive. Anyway, we've got Protector, increased armor by 10% to all Camptosaurus, Struthiomimus, Kentrosaurus, or Pachycephalosaurus within 20 meters. It doesn't say to yourself, though, so let me just see that quickly. If we use Protector... No, we don't get it. So I think that's like a real selfless hide. I don't get why you would use that. I mean, that's going to be completely useless in community servers with the restrictions to herding and packing or whatever. Just regular grouping is probably a better way to say it. So I don't think that's going to be too great. Achilla Beta definitely seemed to be the first point where they were like, let's just embrace the mixed packing aspect. And I feel like that's what they're going to be doing with Lamb. But Lamb's always been that case, especially with its healing calls, which we'll get to in a minute. Resilient Scales, same as always, Resilient Scales. And then Healing Presence. Resting or sleeping will increase all group members' healing by 25% within a 10-meter radius, has no effects when in combat. Again, it only says group members, so I don't know if that includes you. We'll change our healing rate, first of all, we'll heal ourselves up. So we've got the base stats, slash health 10. So we'll see how quickly that goes. Decent speed for Lamb. We'll change our hide to Healing Presence, and we'll see if that works for us. So, again, slash health 10. I don't think it's making our healing any faster. I'll see if I can put a side-by-side comparison for it, but I don't think that's any faster, which is interesting because another selfless ability. Legs, we've got braced legs, ignore uphill movement decrease and increase speed when moving downhill by 4%. Ooh, the uphill movement's good, but I'm not sure about the downhill. Because if you guys have played on Path of Titans for a bit, you know that going downhill can be a bit dangerous, especially near, I think it's Wilderness Peak. There's a specific death rock that you can just plummet down if you're not careful. So I'm not sure about that one, but the uphill movement speed is quite nice. We've got long distance runner. Always had that, nothing interesting there. And strong legs, take 40% less knockback and 50% increased bone break healing. Nothing new there. We have back limb, and is it? God, just Storm. Stay as clear sky. God, we're not in Britain. We're in Pandora. We're in the world of the dinosaurs. I mean, maybe it is in Britain. don't care enough to find out. Tail attack. We have Armored Tail. Don't think that's anything new. I mean, I know it was an already existing ability. I don't think that's new for Lamb. Actually, you know what? I think Lamb already had that. And then we've got Tail Attack and Paddle Tail. I am going to go for Tail Attack, though, because I want to show something that kind of bugs me a little bit. And that's the Tail Attack when you're in the stance change. So you're on your back legs, your tail's pretty low down, and you can still use it, and it clips into the ground. I don't know why that's still, like, a thing. If I was going to balance Lamb, and I don't think it needs balancing because this thing on its own is pretty frail, and it should be a pretty big pushover. But if I could make some changes to Lamb, just a few, I would make it so when you're in the fighting stance, or when you're in the upright stance, I don't think you should be able to use Tail Attack. And then when you're on all four legs, I don't think you should be able to use the kick, because that looks... Does that not look weird to anyone else? It looks uncomfortable, like sort of unnatural. But again, I might just be completely alone in that opinion. And again, this is within the first 24 hours of this being released to the public. And even then, it's on the test branch, so not a lot of people are going to be experiencing this. Or at least, you know, not a lot of people I don't think are going to be caring enough to get rid of all their mods just to test out Little Lamb. Who knows? I've been blabbing too long. On to the next one, which also happened to be the last. We've got, these are all new except from healing calls. Oh, no. They're all new, but there's a twist. Survival Calls provides 3 survival-based voice call abilities: Hustle, Guiding Beacon, and Slow Digestion. See details for more information. So now when you press on it, we now have a details option. So basically, when you use this ability, everyone else gets this. So we've got Hustle, everyone knows Hustle. Struthy, I think Metri also has it. The only two I'm 100% sure on is that Metri and Struthy has it. We've got Guiding Beacon, which might be a new ability. Pretty sure it is. All group members within 75 meters receive significant reduced damage for 2 minutes. However, affected group members will deal no damage for the direction of the buff. Ooh. So that's if you want to be like super passive with Lamb. That's like Mercy from Overwatch without her gun. For 2 minutes. Gosh. I wonder how much that damage reduction is. If it's like 50%, that might be worth it, but I don't know. That seems pretty rough. 2 minutes seems a lot. I feel like maybe 30 seconds could be a bit better, but I don't know. Maybe it's the most broken ability ever, and I just don't know it. We've got Slow Digestion. All group members within 75 meters shall receive 50% slower food and water drain for 10 minutes, which is pretty nice. I skipped over it because there's nothing new to see, but Metabolism, you've got Herbivore and Forager. I don't think that's going to be really that useful. I'm fairly certain that every, if not most, herbivores have access to Forager, which is a lot better to use when you're bigger, because bushes just disappear within an instant. But the items from quests appear so much more frequently, so I don't know, I think Survival Cool, I don't think that's too great. Then again, wait, can you choose which one you go for? How does it work? You know what, let's unlock it quickly. And we'll see if we get Hustle. Let's see if we can get Hustle with it. Because I think that's the only one we can properly see. So what, so... Oh, you choose them! Oh, okay. So you can choose which one you want. That's cool. I like that. Alright, well, I don't really want any of them, so, moving on. We have Healing Calls. Provides 3 healing-based voice call abilities: Healing Call, Primal Mend, and Rejuvenating Roar. See details for more information. So, we got Healing Call. A call increases the healing rate of all party members within 30 meters for 40 seconds, must be in a group to use. Primal Mend, a call that increases your healing rate by +8 times for 25 seconds. And Rejuvenating Roar. All group members within 30 meters heal status effects twice as quickly for 30 seconds. I mean, this is probably the one I feel like most people are going to end up going for. Healing Cool is great. Primal Mend is great. Rejuvenating Roar, not too sure about that one. I mean, if you're going against, say, I don't know, is Venom and Bleed really that dire that you need to go for that? I don't know. Everyone used like these 2 calls for Lamb. Specifically Healing Cool, so I think people are going to use Healing Cool. And the last ability is Combat Calls. Provides 3 combat-based voice call abilities: Call to Arms, Rallying Horn, and blaring cry. See details for more information. So we have call to arms. Apply a 10% attack damage increase for all group members within 30 meters for 45 seconds. Rallying horn applies a 10% armor increase for all group members within 30 meters for 45 seconds. And blaring cry, all enemies within 30% meters deal 15% reduced damage for 30 seconds. They all seem pretty decent, but kind of underwhelming. Again, I feel like healing calls is just the better one to go for. Like, I don't know, as a lamb, you're not really wanting to be you're not gonna really be wanting to instigate many fights, and I feel like the healing calls just means that you're gonna be able to stay in the fight for longer, which is, you know, what you want as a herbivore. I don't think there's many cases where if a carnivore rushes in and just starts spam biting you and clearly has no strategy, then sure, I can see how combat calls would be better. But if they're going to be that stupid to begin with, you're probably going to have enough skill to fight them regardless. So I think healing calls are going to be better, because more often than not, you're going to be coming across like Achillos or Latins, Dasps, Allos, whatever, and they're probably going to have higher IQ. So I feel like, again, healing calls is the best. And I think we're about done, which means there's only one thing left to do. Yeah! Water lamb, just the way the devs intended. Look at that speed! That wasn't worth it. That wasn't worth the joke. Okay, bye.